This is the 1.6 guided practice with Mr. V. Going to be doing the evens. All right, starting off for number 2 here. Remember that if these things are just set equal to each other, we cross multiply. So I'll have 1 times 3, which is 3, is equal to 5 times t, which is 5t. Then I'll divide each side by 5, divide by 5, so then t is going to be equal to 3/5. And I have my answer key here. So number 2 is 0.6. So if you go ahead and in your calculator and do 3 divided by 5, you get 0.6. So we're good on that one. All right, 4. So I'm going to cross multiply. Z times 4 is 4z is equal to 3 times 5, which is 15. Divided each side by 4. So then that would be 15 over 4. So you could leave it like that, or you could do it 15 divided by 4, which is equal to z is equal to 3.75. So either one of those. So again, you could circle your answers. All right, 19 times 23 is equal to 437. It's equal to, and then 10 times c is 10c. So I divide each side by 10, and I get c is equal to 43.7. All right, negative 3 times 16 is equal to negative 48, is equal to then this one right here, which is 4k. So I'm going to do negative 48 divided by 4, and I get k is equal to negative 12. So check our answers here. We've got 375, 40, so that one's good. 43.7 right there is good, and k is equal to negative 12. And we're good to go. All right, 10. The windows on a building are proportional to the size of the building. The height of each window is 18 inches and the width is 11 inches. If the height of the building is 108, what is the width of the building? So in a proportion we would do, let's say the height is 18 inches over 11 would then be equal to, and then the height would go up on top here, which is 108. We would just put x, and that would be for the width. So then I'd have 18x is equal to 108 times 11, which gives me 1188. Divide each side by 18. And x would be 66. So the answer is, what is the width of the building? The width of the building is 66 feet. Check our answer here, 66 feet. On a map between Sheila's house and Chardet's house is 6.75 inches. According to the scale, 1.5 inches represents 5 miles. How far apart are the houses? So just to visualize this, if you have this person's house, and then you have this person's house right here. The distance on the map is 6.75 inches. And according to a scale, right, 1.5 inches is equal to 5 miles. So what we would have to do, so this would be the scale, right? So like this length would be 1.5 is equal to 5 miles. So what we would do is we'd have 6.75 over x is going to be equal to the 1.5 over 5. I cross multiply and I get 1.5x is equal to 5 times 6.75. So I get 33.75. I'm going to divide that by 1.5. So then it's asking how far apart are the houses. It should be 22.5 miles. Let's check my answer. 22.5 miles. So really it's all just about setting the proportion. You set the proportion up right, and you can cross multiply, and you can easily solve. All right, so for 14, what we're gonna have to do is remember that this is all one thing. So I'm gonna write it out as 4 parentheses z minus 8 is equal to 10 times 16, which is 160. So then I'm gonna have to distribute this. So 4z minus 32 is equal to 160. I take 160 and I'm going to add 32 on each side. Then I'm going to divide by 4 and I get z is equal to 48. Gonna go on that one. All right, let's go to 16. 16, same thing. Remember there's parentheses here, there's parentheses here. So if I rewrite it, I'm going to rewrite it on the left. So it's going to be 3x plus 4, because this one goes with this one, and cross multiply the other one is equal to 4x minus 3. So I'm going to distribute, and I'll distribute, so that'll be 3x plus 3 times 4 is 12. Set that equal to 4x minus 12. So I want to get my x's to one side, so I'm going to minus 4x, and then I want to get my numbers on the other side, so I'm going to minus 12 on each side. Let's bring this over, and what that's going to give me is negative 1x is equal to negative 24, so then I divide by negative 1, and so x is going to be equal to 24. That one's good. All right, we're going to do the same thing with 18, because parentheses here, parentheses here. I'm going to cross multiply, so this is going to be negative 2 times 4d plus 1 is equal to negative 3d plus 9. So I'm going to distribute, combine like terms, and then solve. So negative 2 times 4d is negative 8d. Then plus a negative 2, it's going to be equal to negative 3d, and then plus negative 27. So I can combine like terms, bring the plus 3d, that'll cancel this out. And then I want to plus 2, and then do plus 2, so that'll cancel this out. So I'll have negative 5d is equal to negative 25. Divide each side by negative 5, and d will give you 5. All right, we have, I think, one more to go, maybe 2. 20 and 22. Oh, Mr. Class didn't put the number from 22. We'll have to figure it out ourselves. All right, so I'm just going to cross multiply. There are parentheses here, parentheses here. So this will be 4 times 2n plus 1 is equal to 5 times n plus 2. So that'll be 8n plus 8 is going to be equal to 5n plus 10. I'm going to subtract 5n, so I'll cancel this, and then I'm going to subtract 8 to cancel this. So what I'm left with is 3n is equal to 2. So then n is going to be equal to 2 over 3, or 0.67. Let's see if I got that one right. Looks like I got that one wrong, because n is supposed to equal 2. How did I get that one wrong? Well, let's try it again. It's the only way you figure out how you got it wrong, right? It's probably with a multiplication error. All right. So 4 to n plus 1, so that would be 8n plus 8 is equal to 5n plus 10. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to subtract 5n from each side. So I'll have 3n plus 8 is equal to 10. Then I'm going to minus 8 on each side. And we get 3n is equal to 2 again. So, it looks like n is going to be equal to 2/3. So I'm not sure where Mr. Class got 20, but if you need to, feel free. Or if I'm wrong, let me know. But I believe it's 8 now. Oh, I know what I did. This should not be 8. Sometimes you just get them wrong. All right, so for some reason, I'm going to rewrite this. So it was 4 times 2n plus 1, and then that's equal to 5n plus 2. So that's what I have. And I distributed this one right, so that's 8n. But then when I distributed this, for some reason I thought it was plus 8, so it should be plus 4. So equal to 5n plus 10. So that's what I should have. So sometimes you just have to erase it and figure out where you got it wrong. I'm going to cross off the 5n on both sides, which is going to be 3n, and then we'll minus the 4 on each side, which would give me set it equal to 6. Divide each side by 3, and I get n is equal to 2, and that's my final answer. All right, 22. Furniture Factory makes 5 recliners for every 2 couches. What if the factory makes a total of 154 recliners and couches in a day? How many recliners were made? Okay, so let me see if I set this up wrong right away. Okay. All right, so for this one, I don't want you to worry about it because Mr. Class doesn't have it on the agenda or the answer key. So don't worry about that one. You're not going to see one like that. But as always, if you have questions, send me an email or feel free to stop in. There's also the math lab, or I can send you, a video. Just, you gotta let us know. All right, guys, have a good day.